So on said that I was targeted and discriminated. I was not targeted. I was discriminated against by a group of local drag queens in the Republic of Armenia. And that was, and I was discriminated against because of my pro-Israeli stance. I just said only that, and a very violent, as it turned out, she was very violent, and I'll tell you why. A very violent Georgian lady, I think her name was maybe Mari or Mariam, um, just said, "Oh, it is tragic that we have someone among us who is supporting Israel." And she demanded that the organizers take side because the organizing uh, body or the organization, Right Side NGO, says that they are neutral. I understand their stance, and I don't have any problem with that, because as an NGO that organizes international events, they want to work with all the sides. So if they take part, it means they will not be attractive to the other part. So I have no problem with that. But that girl and a few other girls were very radical, and several times they demanded, "Oh, if you do not support Palestine, if you are neutral, then you are a supporter of Israel." And at some point, the girl's face just turned red. Like she was so furious, she was so aggressive that she physically, her hatred and her aggression got physical. So as she, well, she could, but she didn't attack me, and all her aggression, all her hatred uh, got imploded. So we have explode, yeah, when it happens outside, yeah, and we have the word implode when things get destructive internally, yeah. Something destroys itself from within, yeah. So she had an implosion of hatred and aggression against me because of my pro-Israeli stance. Interestingly, I don't have problem with people who are pro-Palestine. I'm ready to listen to them. I'm ready to debate with them. I'm like, go ahead, give me your reasons. Tell me why you support Palestine, why you are against Israel. No problem. I listen to you. But they are not like that. This girl and a few others, like who were her supporters, they just spoke with ultimatums, and they just wanted to marginalize me. We had other pro-Israel uh, participants, but those people decided to keep silent because of different reasons, and mainly because of how aggressive these pro-Palestinian folks were, namely that girl who was the main bearer of hatred and aggression. So that was very physical, her hatred, and I approached her. I just asked her a few questions like, do you support the existence of Israel? Would you like to have a live with me where we could discuss all of this online? She said, no, I don't have enough knowledge. I am not well equipped to do that. And interestingly, even after that, after accepting the fact that she doesn't have enough knowledge, she was very, very radical and later continued her uh, hateful and radical approach. So it's I don't understand that. Like, if you admit the fact that you don't know enough about something, how can you be so radical and so sure in your opinions? That remains a mystery. And she wasn't the first one with such a stance. There was a trainer who was pro-Palestinian as well, and this project is multi-phased, and we had a meeting in the Republic of Georgia too before this, and we had like heated debates with me and that trainer, who is also from Georgia, and she promised, like she agreed to have a live with me, and later she just wrote on Facebook, no, I'm not ready, I don't want to do that. So they just refuse to have this discussion, to have a civilized debate. And that trainer, she was here as well in Istanbul, but at the very end of the conference she chanted the famous "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free" slogan, which is incorporated into the charter of a terrorist organization, Hamas, in Gaza. Yeah? And that was shocking to me as well. For me, that's a call to genocide, because what do you mean Palestine will be free? It means Israel will not exist. And if Israel doesn't exist, it means practically, in practice, it means the slaughter of the Jews. What the pigs of Hamas did on October 7 against 1,200 Israelis will be done to all the Jews if they get the capacity. So this is yet another shock for me, that these slogans, and I told her that, you know, you're chanting a terrorist slogan, and she was like, I don't care. She didn't literally say I don't care, but she didn't answer me anything. And it equaled to I don't care. And later I was added to a Facebook group, to a Telegram group, which contained the flag of Palestine, another flag, and everything was in Arabic, and it happened after the conference. So someone from these folks, they took my info, maybe my phone number, and they added me to this Telegram chat, which was disgusting and worrying. I just left that group as fast as I discovered it in the morning, because we see pro-Palestinian protesters in Europe, in the UK recently, and after October the 7th, all across the world. We see how violent they are, and even these queer folks, mostly lesbians, they proved that it's a human type. Actually, I wanted to write my encounter with pro-Palestinian specimen. I wanted to write the word specimen for the headline of this live. I just didn't do that, thinking that it might have been maybe too disrespectful, but I really think that this is a religion. Like this trainer, last time in Tbilisi, I told her, you as a woman and as a queer person would be most probably raped, arrested, and maybe killed in Palestine. And she was like, so what? Let them kill me. Sorry about this. Yeah, it's noise outside. So their stance is very religious. They don't care about logic, reason. It's a religion. Like, they worship Palestine just as Christians worship Jesus Christ, just as Christians believe in loving thy enemy. Yeah, this is love thy enemy in action. Like, if our room, that room full of LGBTIQ plus people in Istanbul, if that room would be transported into Palestine, all of us would be beaten, raped, some of us would be killed, just as in 2022 a gay Palestinian was killed in West Bank. So violence is not only in Gaza, violence is also in West Bank, in the West Bank. So this guy was beheaded in 2022 for being gay and for having demanded asylum from Palestine, from Israel, because LGBTIQ Palestinians suffer in Palestine. They get raped, they get killed, they get persecuted. And to me, that's a cultural shock. I really, I coined a term. So we have Homo sapiens, the thinking man, and I think we need another term for people who have the capacity to think, but they refuse to use that capacity. So I use the term Homo credentis or Homo fidelis for the other type of human beings. Fides is faith. So Homo fidelis or credo, credentis, yeah, believing, believer. So we have thinking men and we have believing men who don't care about reason, rationality. They only care about this specific moment and their feelings. If I feel like blah blah blah, then it is true. If I feel like Israel is wrong, if I feel like Palestine is the victim, then it is true, and I will disregard all the facts. This lady, the trainer with whom I had my debate, I presented her some facts. For instance, I showed her the Wikipedia link about the massacre of Jews in a town in West Bank in 1926, way before Israel was even created. Yes, way before the independence of Israel. I forgot the name. Let me think. Maybe I can recall. No, okay. If the name comes back to me, I'll say it. And she was like, "Oh, this is Western media. I don't believe the Western media." That was her response. So they disregard any facts that contradict their worldview. So this is a religion. Maybe we could speak of woke, being woke, yeah, and the woke virus, as Elon Musk puts it. This is shocking, and I am shocked not only by the willingness of that girl to be sacrificed in Palestine, just as early Christians were ready to be sacrificed in the name of Jesus. Yeah, they were ready to be eaten by the lions in Roman cities and towns. They were ready to be jailed, etc., etc., because of their beliefs, because they believe in eternal life, in salvation, in equality. That's one thing which shocks me, that they are ready to just sacrifice themselves for their feelings and for their beliefs. It's just irrational. I am ready to put my life at risk for, in some contexts, in some cases, but I'm not that radical. I got attacked in Yerevan around 12 days ago, I think, because I wear a feminine hat, a woman's hat, and this homophobic asshole approached me and we had a fight in a public park in Yerevan, and I went to the police. I'm still wearing that hat, so I'm ready to risk my well-being for my right to self-expression. But their religiosity is just unusual. And I am ready to maybe stop wearing that hat in case if attacks become too regular, and in case if I feel like it threatens my well-being and my life. Yeah. Hi Sona, nice to see you. But those pro-Palestinian folks, their religiosity is something else, and they are not ready to debate. They are not ready to listen to the other side. They're like, this is the truth and period. And they were demanding from the organizers that the organizers take a side and condemn me and condemn what they call a genocide. So, what do you think about all of this, guys? You can leave your commentaries. I think we have two different types of humans, and that's why I'm using this term, Homo fidelis, like a believing man. Okay, I'll take the bus now. Because we're so different, I might maybe formalize it later, my theory, and we'll see where it goes. Okay, I think that's it for today. If you can write your comments, I'll read them and I'll answer your comments. Okay, let me show you around. Nighttime Yerevan. We are in Zeytun district. It's not downtown Yerevan, but it's not far. We're not far from the downtown actually. I just decided to go to a supermarket, which is 2 bus stops away. So, yeah, that's it. Maybe I won't stop my live now. Maybe I'll just show you a little around. So this is the first bus stop. I will not get down here. The quality of my voice, guys. Do you hear me? Sona, are you still here? Do you hear me clearly or not? And now this just makes me think my encounter with those pro-Palestinian folks about my actions. What shall I do? What should be done? I'm thinking of educating. This is my ikigai, my meaning of life. Yes, my motivation and my profession. I educate people. I teach English. I teach other subjects. So I think of producing more educational content. But I think the truth is they are not interested in educating themselves. When you are Homo fidelis or Homo credentis, when you choose to be one, when you choose to turn off your reason and make your reason the slave of your beliefs and caprices and emotions, then education will not be useful to you. Just like Allah, this girl, the trainer, who was ready to be raped and murdered by Palestinians, you will deny whatever, and just as she said, I don't believe in Western media, those people are ready to just live in ignorance, So I think I won't be able to change them, and probably I shouldn't even try that, because these people are out of reach, They're not interested in changing. This is the place I will go to, Yerevan City, a local chain of supermarkets, and I'll get myself something, maybe dietary, maybe those little breads made of rice. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we clearly have at least two types of people: thinkers and believers. And probably we, the thinkers, should try to reach out to those who have not yet decided where they stand. Are they thinkers or believers? So that's why, by the way, I also created my initiative called New Intellectuals Community for Learning and Prosperity. You can also find the new YouTube channel and subscribe to my new channel. Again, if you just type New Intellectuals Community, probably you'll find the channel, okay? You can subscribe to that channel and benefit from the new videos that I usually make daily. Yeah? I try to make at least a video per day, a video a day, even if that video is just short. I have a series on the values of my initiative where I cover all the values: life, reason, productive work, equal opportunities, freedom, and now the last value which I'll cover is lifelong learning, and I explain in each life why that value is a value or why that thing is valuable. You see? So maybe I can show you around a bit. We have this pharmacy. Wow, all the white light. And this is the supermarket, and I'll just get yeah, maybe from here. Yeah, so even if among you we have maybe reasonable pro-Palestinians, I'm ready to have formal debates with you guys. So I invite, if you know someone, you can tell them about my channel, pro-Palestinian, who is reasonable, who knows how to debate respectfully. You know, we can do that. I am up for it. You know, just yeah. I think dialogue and talks of this kind are important. You know, but this doesn't leave me alone. You know, this story, and I felt so targeted during that conference, and it was a strategy of intimidation, because we had people that approached me individually. They were like, we support you, we are pro-Israel, we totally understand you, etc., etc. But they refused to do that in public because those people, those pro-Palestinian activists, were radical and aggressive and intimidating as hell. At some point, we had several participants who left the room because those pro-Palestinian specimen or individuals even changed the agenda of the event, which is an international event, which took a lot of money, a lot of effort on from the organizers, and it's just ugly. It's very ugly. I don't know, I just wanted to share this story with y'all, and just hear maybe opinions from you. If you'd like to, you can tell me what you think of this whole story. Maybe try to explain their behavior if you think it is explainable. I think we just deal with a lot of anger, ignorance, fear. But I think it's a choice. We all go through anger. We all, I got bullied and beaten and sworn at by my father most of my life, but I didn't choose the path of, causing pain to others and becoming a big cloud of aggression and fear and pain and ignorance. I think it's also maybe masochism, Some people, especially people like homo credentis type of people, believers, I think that maybe they choose suffering and they choose their political and social stance because that will bring them more suffering. And being masochists, they just enjoy that suffering. That's one theory I come up with. Do you think that makes sense or no? Okay, I took my bread, extra thin rice cakes. That's why I came for extra thin rice cakes with Himalayan salt. I think they're good, they're dietetic, they don't contain many calories, so I think it's good to have them in the evening. And my dietitian actually told me that I should also have this as my dinner because beans also keep you full. You have cottage cheese, you have beans, those products, and seafood if you're vegetarian. Yeah, I don't eat meat, so for me beans and seafood and cottage cheese are good because they keep me full. So I might take little of this and just make myself soup. I think I'll just do that. I have some beans, but they are old. They might be spoiled already. Just a handful for tonight. And this much. Yeah. Beans, water, maybe carrots as well. Yeah. So I don't know if I shall move on. I think I'll just stop my live now, and I'll just go live on TikTok. I might have more followers there. I don't do lives on YouTube regularly, so that's why you guys are not here. Yeah, on TikTok you can find my page, which is New Intellectuals Center. New Intellectuals Center. So find my channel on TikTok, and there I think there will be more interaction with my followers because TikTok is more active normally. Yeah, I'll take my carrots and see you guys on TikTok. Have a good one. Bye.